guys, Dave Kincaid here with Alberta Business Grants. I know this is an interesting time. Businesses are starting to open back up. And I got a question from one of you that has a retail store. And it was around, hey, been shut down, opening back up. Is there a grant for that? And as soon as I got it, it's kind of a same question around, hey, I want to start a business. I know it's a bit different. They're kind of relaunching. So we're not going to talk about the COVID money. We're going to talk about just grants in this idea of starting something, starting a business, or sort of even getting back into it. And I hope with a couple sites I'm going to show you here, this will make a lot of sense. Spoiler alert, there are very few grants. Straight up, here's a check, you're starting a business, or here's a check, you don't need to pay it back. You're launching a business. So let's jump in and I'll show you what is available. I really want to talk about starting grants and if you have a business and you want to relaunch it. So the first thing is understand how grants work. So grant money is disproportionately allocated to certain industries, okay? Agriculture, environment, indigenous, tech, and nonprofit. So if you're in retail or, if you're just about a restaurant, and a lot of these businesses, the government is trying to create value-added products or reduce emissions or create new tech companies to diversify. So the government wants to give incentives to these organizations because they have a huge ROI, diversify the economy, and help them get a huge return. So, in the case of a retail, you'll have municipalities that will give out facade improvement grants that you can take down renovate the front of your building, or you can hire staff. But even those grants, they get reimbursed. So you hire the person, and then there's a set amount of time, and then you show the receipts, and then you get the money back. So I just wanted to show you at the very beginning, step one is like how grants work. So there's just so much confusion around it. And I know many of you who follow my channel, which isn't many, but a lot of you on my email list and my website visit are sort of new to grants. So I just wanted that to be sort of step one. So remember, it's mostly in these areas. Like there's some secondary ones here on the right. And they're sort of reimbursed. So it's not like a line of credit. It's like, here's a wad of cash. Now, on the startup front, I did something. If you go to albertabusinessgrants.ca/startup, I do put here where there are grants, and you'll see like new entrants in agriculture. That just closed. If you're indigenous or you're starting a tech company, you can get a $10,000 voucher. But where it gets really interesting is they have, like the government will fund self-employment training. I actually was a student at Micro Business Training Center. It was awesome. And then there's a whole bunch of other sort of that ecosystem. It just seems to grow every single month, that there's a new entity that's supporting the sort of entrepreneurial ecosystem. So that is a list there you can find for Alberta. And just this week, I did one for BC as well. Many of you are from BC and you're watching, going through my grant database. So it's very similar. There's ag grants and indigenous and tech. And then there's a whole bunch of startup resources there. So I just kind of want to give you a quick overview. So just keep that in mind, that there's just not some magic free money coming to you in the vast majority of places. I know one of the COVID funding was like $40,000, and they give you, if you pay it back, you can keep 10 or something. That's the closest I've heard that's come to it. But basically, I just wanted to kind of give you an overview of sort of you're getting back into grants. That is sort of how grants work. And hopefully that'll save you some time and energy on where you invest your precious time. Hey guys, and I just want to let you know why that's the case. So it's the case because, the government knows a lot of businesses fail. They also know that there's a lot of risk, and they're kind of risk averse. So they're very careful where they allocate that capital. So I hope that answers your question for all of you looking to either start a business or relaunch back in there. Hope it helps you, and keep up the great work. I know it's a lot of work right now, but I believe in you and you can do it. See you guys. Bye-bye.